to us.
So if I told you to lay all that out, you wouldn't be able to do so.
Lay what out? Oh, you're doing it for me right now. The fact that you're even wanting me to use logic to talk to you is laying that out for you.
Put your faith. This is Preaching with Brandon featuring Heritage Grace. Put your faith in Jesus Christ.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a track with the gospel on it. Oh, no, it's not your fault. There you go. That has resources, websites. The other side is the gospel of Jesus Christ.
And one day, everyone will stand before God and give an account for your life. Jesus Christ said every idle word that a man speaks, he'll give account of in the day of judgment.
Are you guys
Every
with this?
idle word.
Oh, that's a website. It just has a bunch of resources on it.
What are you guys with?
I mean, we go to a church, but we're just here with each other. We go to a church called Heritage Grace in Frisco.
Where is it?
Frisco.
Oh, it's at Frisco.
Yes, sir.
What's it called?
Heritage Grace.
Heritage Grace.
Mm-hmm.
Christian?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What denomination?
We would be considered Reformed Baptist.
Oh, okay. All right.
Are you Christian?
Not anymore.
Why not
The
anymore?
Bible says that the boastful will not
It doesn't
stand
hold.
before your eyes.
They say what?
It doesn't hold.
What doesn't hold?
The story.
Did you destroy those who speak
Like the Bible?
Right. Yeah.
Like what? Give me an
The
example.
Lord abhors the man of bloodshed and
I don't know.
deceit.
Pick your spot. The contradictories within the Gospels.
Like what? Like just name one.
The Bible
Huh?
It's like what would be one contradiction?
perfection in this hate for sin.
What?
And everyone, as the
what
Bible
happened with,
says,
like, Jesus'
has
crucifixion,
sinned
like
and
the
fallen short of
storyline
the
of
glory
it,
of
like
God.
how he went before.
Every
Yeah.
single one of us
that'd be one.
has fallen
That
short of
changes
God's
up in the
perfect
Gospels in
standard.
terms of what Jesus said.
And
how
there's
he
nothing that
responded.
you and I can do.
So let me ask you a question. I don't accept that there are contradictions, but let's say that there were contradictions. Why are on this thing for the sake of argument? Let's say that they are. I don't agree with you, but let's say they are. Why are contradictions wrong? What's wrong with contradictions?
Well, I mean, if it's something that's factual, I mean, there's a difference between like perception, opinion, and facts. Like like was it 3 days? Was it 2 days? Like that's.
Well, I'm asking you, like you said, you're making a claim that because it contradicts, it's wrong, correct?
Well, it can.
Why can't you? Why is it not okay to contradict something?
Well, because when you talk about truth, I assume you accept there are truths, right?
There is the truth, yeah.
Well, so if there's the truth,
Do you agree?
Well, yeah, I would accept there's truths, right? So if there is a truth, right, it can't be contradicted because then that wouldn't be true.
So I agree with you, but how do you know that from your worldview?
How do I know what?
How do you know that there's no such thing as contradictions in truth? How do you know that from your? If God does not exist, how do you even know that there's such thing as a contradiction or logic?
Because 2 + 2 is 4.
How do you know?
What do you mean? How do I know?
How do you know that? Who says?
The math?
So what? Why should I follow math?
You don't have to if you don't want to, but it might end up pretty bad for you.
Why?
I don't know. If you were 6 steps away from the edge of a cliff and I said don't take more than 6 steps, but you want to count to 7,
Yeah.
why not go there?
So I agree with all everything you're saying, but my point is this: is that if you're saying you deny the God of the Bible, I want to know from your worldview how you would know anything for certain.
Through empirical evidence.
Why is empirical evidence important?
Why is it important?
Why does that matter?
Well, it's what we base a lot of what we're doing right now around.
But who says that's what we base things on? Like
I don't know.
who says?
I mean, give you an example.
Yeah.
If I said, "Hey, can I punch you?" You'd probably say no, right?
I would, because I have a basis for that. But why would you say no?
Same reason you do.
God?
No.
So how do you? Why is it wrong to punch?
God doesn't have to tell me to know that if someone hits me in the face right now.
How do you know that How do you know that's bad to get hit in the face?
Because I've been hit in the face before.
So what?
And it hurt.
So you know the future will be like the past?
Huh?
So you know that tomorrow will be like today?
Yeah.
How do you know?
It'd be empirical evidence.
But that goes back. So you're saying empirical evidence is God, is what you're saying? Because you're saying empirical evidence is what proves everything to be true.
No, well, you can't prove anything to be true.
So there's no such thing as truth now?
Well, no, I'm just saying you can't prove it. There might be truth, but you can't prove it.
Can you prove that?
You can only support it.
Can you prove what you're saying right now is true?
Yeah.
You just said you couldn't prove true.
Huh?
You just said you couldn't prove anything that's true. Now you're saying you could prove it.
Well, I'm saying if you're switching which position you want to take.
I'm not taking any position. I'm saying that my position is consistent. That I have the revelation of God to say that things are wrong, say that things are right.
We're just accepting that's truth, right?
No, it is true.
I know, but we have the same problem in that too. If you had to support that.
Well, I'm asking you from your worldview. I just told you my authority is God. What is your authority?
Yeah, but then we go back to the same thing. I
Well,
could question God the same way you're questioning my authority.
But I would argue that for you to even question God, You're actually stealing from my worldview. You're acting as though you're a Christian when you question if God is real or not.
Not at all.
So how do you know that?
What do you like?
I asked your authority of what's true. How do you know what's
I
true?
have no supporting evidence for what you're claiming. If I had supporting evidence, then that would be.
But who says that evidence matters?
Again, I thought we just agreed, like 6 steps to the edge of a cliff, right?
How do you know how do you know what a step is?
If you want to put a number on it, we can. Let's say 12 inches.
How do you know what an inch is?
We're going to say that's an inch.
How do you know that?
Because we just.
So you just made it up. So we're at
established
that. So we're just making up subjective definitions of things.
No,
then?
now that's going to be an objective standard.
Is that true or false?
This would be true if we said this.
It says you, right? What if I said this is an inch?
That's fine.
This is right?
I mean, again, it just depends what we want to call it, but sure.
So there's no absolute truth.
Well, there is absolute truth.
Well, if you're saying this is an inch, subjective.
But again, we go back to the whole thing being that way. Like,
No, I'm not being
you can't
subjective.
I'm never going to be able to prove anything indefinitely to you.
So there is no, you can't, so there's no truth.
No, I think it's there. It's just you're wanting proof.
No, I have proof of why there's evidence. God revealed to us.
So if I told you to lay all that out, you wouldn't be able to do so.
Lay what out? Oh, you're doing it for me right now. The fact that you're even wanting me to use logic to talk to you is laying that out for you. Because how do you even know that logic? How do you know that?
Huh?
How do you know that that's not how it works?
I don't think we're going to get anywhere.
Well, you're not answering my questions.
I've answered them. It's
Not
just,
really,
you
because
just
I'm
keep
asking
going
you, what
back
is
to
your
saying,
authority of what is true or false?
Like I said, through empirical.
So that's your authority. So whatever empirical evidence says, that's what's
So
true.
we'll go with that.
Yes.
If we can move forward, then
So
we'll
you trust empirical evidence,
Sure.
and that all absolutely means everything that it says is true. That's your authority.
Yeah, through you know,
By observation,
scientific method. We'll just go with that.
and which assumes what? That tomorrow will be like today.
Right.
Why would you assume that tomorrow will be like today?
I guess I gotta go.
Okay.
Maybe we can carry it on later.
Yeah, check out the
I'll check
website.
it out.
Yeah.
Very much